What's up, Aries? Welcome to your 2019 theme of the year reading. I got a lot of requests for people who wanted me to do like the month by month forecast for the year of 2019, and I decided that I did not want to do it. I will be forecasting out, months in advance the year 2019, but I didn't want to do it in a whole year. So I'm either going to, which I haven't decided yet, break it down and do like the first half of the year and the second half of the year, or I might just do like every quarter have like those three, and three. Haven't decided. I will be deciding that soon because you guys can be expecting the first installment of those readings in January. So be on the lookout for that. But until then, I just want to give you kind of like a brief little summary of kind of what you can expect next year. I've only pulled 6 cards. It's just really cute, to the point. Kind of looking at your theme, what energies have left, what you've kind of overcome, so that you can know kind of how to move forward, okay? So thank you to all of you guys who have clicked to watch this video. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to everybody. If you like, comment, share, subscribe. This has been a wild ride of a year for me. It's my first year on YouTube, and I'm really excited and like grateful to be with you guys. And I've learned a lot through you guys, as you know, you guys reach out and tell me that I've given a lot to you. So reciprocal. But let's get into it. So before I get into the cards individually, I will say this year is going to be really big for you guys in terms of really trusting your gut more. And it's not that you guys didn't trust your gut, or not that you guys couldn't hear your gut or hear your intuition before, but it's really about being okay with, and only involving yourself with things and in situations that you actually feel heart inspired to do. So if you are the type of person who it's always been hard for you to tell people no because you feel like you're obligated to help, or anything like that, in a way like where you feel like you're like lowering yourself and lowering your standards in order to make everybody else happy, but maybe it's something that you're not really with. This is a year of like really wrapping that up, and I feel like you guys will be really feeling your power when you do that. So you guys start out with the 4 of Cups. Again, going back to that energy of, this is the main theme of the year. This is what's going to be coming into your life. And in terms of this, I feel like, again, it goes back to not accepting things you don't want to accept, not doing things that you don't want to do, like really using your heart to guide you, not feeling like you have to do everything because people expect you to do everything, not feeling like you have to accept things from people because that's all they're willing to give you. Instead, you look at those people and be like, well, bitch, you keep that. That's not for me then, and it's good. Like, no hard feelings, So it's really, really good, because I feel like Aries, I feel like you guys want to do that a lot in general, but I also feel like there is this sense of not wanting to disappoint others, or not wanting to be that person that people feel like they can no longer count on. But trust me, it's like for your highest good, because it's been a long road of you guys really doing things, involving yourself in things that you really had no business doing or didn't want to do, did begrudgingly, did out of guilt. Even though your intentions were pure, it was for the wrong reasons. Okay. So things that haven't worked for you, you're letting that go. And that's really, really good. And you're being okay with it. And you're finding strength in that. And I think that's happening because you've had this long period of really sitting back and meditating and praying and thinking, and actually, taking the time to separate yourself from others, isolate yourself in order to find your truth and see what's comfortable for you, right? A lot of you guys who have struggles with, kind of like this, these ideas in your head of, that are opposing, that make you feel like you can't do the things that you want to do and go after the things you want to go after. I feel like you guys have really been focusing on getting that shit under control. And by doing that, that's what's giving you guys also the strength to be like, you know what? Thanks. None for me. No, thank you. Right? That's where that 4 of Cups energy is going to come from. And at the end of the day, this is like the foundation of building your foundations, right? Because when you are in alignment with what it is you want, and you understand what it is that you're willing to do to get it, and what you're not willing to do, and what you're willing to sacrifice, what you're not willing to sacrifice, it makes it easier to build from there, whatever this is, authentically. right? So that's really good. That's coming in for you guys this year as well. I think you guys will be using your intuition as a guide, right? Um, really using your intuition as a guide, really trusting it. And not only that, especially for a lot of you women, Aries, I feel like you guys will really be tapping into your divine feminine, which has kind of been like a long time coming. Now, Aries is a masculine sign, right? It's fire, it's ruled by Mars, it's masculine. It's all go, it's all push and go. A lot of you Aries women, especially those of you who are single and been feeling like you've had to do things all the time on your own with like really no support or help of like that masculine energy, that man, like where you feel like you've had to really kind of be both. I feel like this year you'll be finding yourself in situations and relationships where you feel like you can finally like, oh my God, I feel like the lady, I don't have to take control of the situation. I don't have to make the decisions. I don't have to make sure that everything is, done the way it's supposed to be done. Like there's a sense of you guys being able to kind of fall back a little bit more this year, you women, and being able to just, like feel like the lady for once. I feel like that is a struggle with a lot of Aries, especially because you guys are very strong. You have a very strong personality, and sometimes it's hard to find the man who's strong enough uh, to deal with it, but then also um, strong enough to recognize that I don't know, like it's like you need someone who, because I feel like you guys need like an alpha male. Like I feel like you appreciate someone who's like takes control, but not someone that minimizes you or has to make you feel small in order for them to feel like they have control, right? A lot of you single Aries women have been totally waiting for that kind of connection, and I feel like you guys are able to get a little bit that get a little bit of that this year. And again, going back to being, because you are not just accepting things because you feel like, oh, whatever. You know what I mean? Like you guys are really and really have been taking the time to really sit and find your truth and meditate on these types of things. And you're no longer just accepting people just because you feel like that's what is out there. You know what I mean? It's like you guys are using your divine feminine energy. You're really using your intuition. You're feeling very powerful in a very feminine way, feeling very beautiful, feeling like you could be a little bit softer, feeling like there's someone who can essentially be your rock. So that's really cute. Okay. Now, upcoming obstacles. Now, coming to this place of sticking up for yourself and not accepting things that you feel like are lower level to you, it is going to be hard. It's going to be hard throughout this journey. I feel like you guys have and will be having maybe some toxic thoughts, some opposing thoughts that make you feel like you can't have better, can't deserve better. So I do feel like that has been somewhat of a struggle. Now, to build up to 10 swords, it takes some time. So I don't feel like this is anything that's happened overnight. I feel like this is something that you guys have been dealing with much of 2018. But we're leading to that coming to an end, 2019. So that's really, really good. It's like those lower vibrational thoughts are just going to kind of, you know what I mean? Because you guys, again, are going back to doing this Four of Swords meditating. You guys are finding different ways. Also, I feel like even in terms of vices, if you guys have had vices that you use, like you shop too much, you smoke too much, you drink too much, anything in excess that you would do sort of like to get away, right? Kind to like escape, right? Your reality. I feel like that will be coming to an end too, because I feel like you are starting to find healthier alternatives to help you out with your stress and with your anxiety and with your loneliness, okay? And a lot of that has to do with you guys connecting to higher power, right? All this purple is crown chakra energy. You guys are feeling very connected. And because you're feeling connected to not only source, but I feel like people, I feel like you're connecting yourself to more like-minded people, it helps to make this disappear, right? It helps for this to go away because you're filling your life with more healthy alternatives all around, and you'll see how that will kind of help you out all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Now, upcoming obstacles. Going back to this Ten of Swords, I feel like this has to do with this. This feels like past. I feel like there is still struggle, especially for those of you Aries who have been having a hard time getting over something. Whether it was a breakup that happened, or like, let's say you're in a relationship and you feel like they betrayed you and you're still holding on to it, that type of thing. There is still a bit of that heartbreak that we're holding on to, right? Which in turn makes you go here and like think all these bad things about yourself. Oh, I'm not worthy. Oh, I'm not this. Oh, nothing works out for me. What the fuck? That kind of thing. So I feel like that is an obstacle with that Three of Swords. You know, you will have moments where you feel like you're good and everything's good. And then you'll have moments where you wake up and you're like, what the fuck? Why am I so sad today? Why am I so, why do I feel so bad today? And I don't feel like this is anything fresh for a good amount of you. I just think that it's like residual pain from other things. But just understand that healing is a process. Like, you ever see those memes on like Instagram or Facebook and they're like, what I thought, personal healing or whatever was, or like going through your spiritual healing, your spiritual whatever was, and it's like some glamorous but natural earthy bitch like sitting there like and then it's like what it really was, and it's like some baby drowning or something, you know what I mean? Like the step to leveling up in anything that we do, there is struggle. There is times where we go back to old behaviors. There are times where we're sad. There are times where we feel like we can't move on. And I think that you just need to remember when you do have those times this year that it's just a moment. Nothing is forever. Everything is temporary, and it's up to you and how you decide to shift your energy that will determine how long you stay into this place. Okay. So that's really important for you guys to remember. And how to achieve your goals and dreams this year? Have strength. Have strength. I think that's beautiful and goes really good with everything else, right? It's just really, really important that this year you have strength. I think this year it's important that if you've had ideas that you've wanted to do, things that you want to do that really stir the creativity in you, look at all this yellow and this orange, right? Sacral and solar plexus chakra. It's important that you're honoring that and doing those things. Even if it's not, just little fun things. Even if it like means like going out with your friends and doing a sip of paint, you know what I mean? And like from that, you are inspired to do your own little like DIY projects at home or something like that. I think that will be very helpful for you guys, like getting yourself involved in fun little like projects that help spark your creativity. But also, this is really just about taming the beast within, right? Whenever we're feeling these energies of heartbreak and we're upset and feel like we've been stabbed in the back because we're thinking about things that happened in the past, right? It's about taming that. It's about using that feminine energy, right? To tame that beast and kind of nurture your inner baby and let her or him know that it's okay and that you're here, right? Because you will have those moments where things just feel fucking tough, right? And no one gets the strength card in a reading unless, it basically implies that there's been moments and things that you need to have the strength for, right? Strength doesn't just show up. It shows up as your tool to get over things. So it's really important that you know that you are strong. You know that you are worthy. You know that you are courageous. You know that you have power and not just in a brute force way. You have power to tame the beast within. You have power to dig deep. You have power to go into your creativity. You have power to calm down, calm yourself down. You have power. It's the feminine power in this card that's highlighted here, not the lion, So I think that's going to be very helpful for you guys. And I think you're going to have a beautiful year of really discovering your worth and really feeling proud about certain things that maybe you've been having a hard time dropping for weeks, months, years. I feel like those things are really going to be coming to a close this month. Again, because I do think you'll be surrounding yourself around more positive energies, positive people, and having a more positive mindset. And that is just going to like rock your world for 2019. I'm really excited for you guys. So yeah, that is your reading. Be on the lookout for those other installments of, forecasting for 2019. Thank you guys for listening. If you would like a personal reading, reach out to me. She's vibeytarot@gmail.com. I love you guys. Have a safe new year, and I'll see you next year. Bye.